Hey everybody, Michael Smith here. I am very excited to join you here today on Facebook and also on YouTube to talk about some of the comments that I've seen posted on the Facebook forums about, why is it so hard to be an empath? How do we get over it feeling like a burden? How do we protect ourselves? How do we shield ourselves? These are some of and I'm going to suggest to you that the answer is a little bit, it's easier than you think. So we're going to get to that today. We're going to hook you up with some strategies, some tools, and a very powerful technique. We're going to go into meditation. I'm going to ask you to go into meditation where you're going to get some answers to some of your deepest questions today. I'm really excited to do this on YouTube today and Facebook, and we're going to be doing this every Monday from here on out. So the exact time is to be determined, but just know that we're going to be doing this a lot more regularly. I've had a lot of fun interacting with you in our free celebration events. And by the way, we've got an event tonight, a free play shop. I don't want to sound like, hyperbole. I'm really excited to share this information with you. I've never taught it before. So I'm jazzed and excited to share manifesting, radical manifesting. How do you manifest the things that you're seeking, your dreams, your visions, your goals, right? Health, money, relationships, love, soulmates, all of this type of thing. We're going to be doing a free event tonight. And I'm going to type it into the chat box, if you can see this here, and 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's you can just go to empathconnection.com/celebration, and you will get the Zoom link to join. We've had several hundred people show up in the last few weeks, and thank you for showing up and sharing your energy and doing the breakout rooms, which has been really a lot of fun. I've given a survey after each of the events, and people have said, like, wow, I really had no idea those breakout rooms with a partner were going to be so powerful. And the universe always pairs you up with somebody that is just like you. So anyway, how do we get over the pain? Here are some of the comments by the way, I'm Michael Smith. For those of you that don't know me, I've been serving as a spiritual guide, a mentor, an empath, advocate, coach, trained as a counselor originally, and I've been doing this work for 15 years. And tonight I'm going to share a little bit more, deeper of my personal story that I've never shared before. So would love to see you at the event tonight. So anyway, I am the founder of Empath Connection. We are over 150,000 people strong. And I still can't even believe that. And it's just getting larger and larger. So in the Facebook group that I manage and run, here are some of the comments. Why is it so hard? Why does it hurt being an empath? Why do I feel like an alien? I imagine those of you that are watching and listening right now can relate to this. Why is it so challenging? And that's part one. Here's part two. These are direct comments from the Facebook group from you. How do I control it? How do I block other people's energy? How do I guard myself? How do I shield myself? And how do I protect my own energy? Can you sense a theme here? I know I can. And so today, right now, we're going to share some strategies with you so that it's not so difficult. Oh my gosh, what if you could just feel into this question. What if you're asking yourself, what if I could have a life that felt easy? What if I could have a life that felt joyful, like truly joyful? What would that feel like? And you may want to close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes and just look at yourself from the perspective of God. Close your eyes and look at your face. When you're in your joy, your passion, your truth, your authentic self, your real self, not the one that doubts, what do you look like? Take a look at your own eyes. You will probably see some faint spark, light, glow. I know I do when I look at that and when I see myself. So, what if you could live your life every day from that place? Those of you that did this. And by the way, say hi to me. I would love to. I'm using a new software this week. So again, here they are. Okay, comments. Oh, again, it only took me like 5 minutes here to figure out where the chat box is. Andrea, welcome. BC. Oh my goodness, BC, you've been with me and with us for a long time. Jeff, wonderful. Samantha, welcome. Warren, again, you're amazing. You're showing up. Not surprising. You're one of the most committed people I know. Everyone say hi to Warren, please, and give him some sparkles and love from you. Ashley, Carol, Terry, fantastic. Okay, wonderful to see you all. Now, Tammy, I don't know if Tammy's here today watching or not, but in the Facebook group, she asked an amazing question. So I said, if you have one question that you want answered by the universe, what would it be? And so other people were saying, like, why does it hurt? Why is it so hard? When you ask that question, it doesn't really give you a lot of useful information. Those why questions, right? However, Tammy said, she was getting really close to being on point here with her question. How do I accept it? Woo! Can you feel the difference in the why is it so hard, the vibration of that question versus how do I accept it? How do I accept my empath experience? That's closer. That's sort of opening the doorway to a better experience. So thank you, Tammy, for sharing that in the group. Now, when we as empaths, and there's no doubt it can be challenging. However, I'm going to suggest something fairly radical here today, and maybe even controversial, that may, hopefully, depending on where you are in your level of development, hopefully it'll rattle the cages of your mind a little bit. So this is why this is the concept that I'm going to introduce to you. Now, there's a belief among empaths that, hello, Courtney, hello, Nadine. There's a belief among empaths that there is the energy that we perceive that's painful is external to you. That's external to us. I'm going to suggest that that's a lie. That's not an accurate or a helpful way to look at your empath experience, you versus the world. Who wants to go around, and this happens, I know I'm speaking from experience here because I used to feel this way, that when I would walk out into the grocery store or the mall or a public place, I would feel like when I got home, like I was covered in mud, like I'd walk through, a field of dirt. You all have had that experience. You know what I'm talking about. That doesn't happen to me anymore. And there's a reason why it doesn't happen to me anymore. It's because, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, you guys know this. I've committed myself to my own growth and development and what we call the descension of my light body. So the same thing that has happened for me over the past 2 years, since I really committed to bringing in my soul, my divinity into my body, all the pain, the challenge, the suffering, largely 95% of it, I don't even feel that sludge or that mud or the dirt when I go out in public anymore. Doesn't happen. So I'm going to teach you tonight, and in our Play Shop events. If you want to watch the recordings, by the way, go to empathconnection.com/celebration-recordings, and you'll see them. I'll type the link. But anyway, I'm going to teach you tonight how to manifest a life where you are in your light body, where you're living from your divinity, you're living from your soul, and your divine, what we call your divine blueprint, is active and running the show. When that happens, you ain't going to feel the yuck, the negative vibes, the sludge, you're just not going to feel it. I can guarantee you. I don't use that word very often because there are not a lot of guarantees in life except that. and that is the truth. That now you may have had the feeling that the world is different, right? And that you are different from the majority of the population. Absolutely. And I'm going to suggest to you that there's a reason why you feel different, why you might feel alien, why you might have been the black sheep, maybe, of your family. That's a term I hear a lot. And it's because of the way that you're designed. As an empath, you're designed to be God's informer. This is a new concept. I've not used this concept before. It just came to me this morning when I was meditating. What if your role as an empath is to be an informer, to be a secret agent of God or spirit or source? Some people are turned off by the word God. If so, just replace it with the universe. It's the same thing. What if you were designed by the universe to be an informer of spirit, an informer of source, to when you encounter someone like a narcissist, okay, there is this dynamic. Empaths attract narcissists. There's so many different reasons, and it goes beyond today's broadcast. I'll do a workshop in the Empath Sanctuary program that we're starting. It's launching on November 1st. You become a member of that program. You have until November 1st. We're going to do a workshop on the dynamics between narcissists and empaths. To make a long story short, there's multiple reasons, but one of the primary reasons is they are attracted to your light, and there's a dynamic between your light and their wounding and their shadow. Hi, Marie. Hi, Emma. Hi, Gina. And hi, Chrissy. Welcome, everyone. And so when you encounter someone, how many of you have encountered a narcissist? Type it into the chat box. I'd love to share how many of you have had experiences with someone who might be described as narcissistic. Warren. So if you've had an experience, share just briefly into the chat box. Just say, yes, I've had an experience, or Nikki says yes, Carol, many, yep. Randall, hello. Hi, Randall. Warren, especially with gay men, yep. So look, you guys can see, look at all these responses in the chat box. It's so common. Gina says so many. Terry, narcissistic people are definitely attracted to me. Jeff, yes, right? I mean, we could all my first relationship was with a narcissist. Now, part of that dynamic is boundaries, and you're being asked to set some very strong boundaries that maybe in the past you haven't been able to set. And now when you're living from your divine blueprint, it's easy to set those boundaries and to say no, to not get involved with a narcissist. And here's what being an informer of the universe, God, source, really means. When you encounter someone who gives you problems, whether they are projecting, you feel like they're projecting negativity towards you, or whether they're draining you or sucking energy from you. Here's what being an informer of the universe means. When you encounter that person that challenges you, that triggers you, whether it's your parent, your son, your daughter, a friend, a coworker, whoever, your job as a holder of light, as an empath, is to pray for that person. What a concept. What if, now this might be a radical idea for you. Some of you have had experiences with religion that have caused a little bit of a scar in you. Type into the chat box if you've ever had an experience where you felt judged by those who were religious or religions, and it's turned you away from any concept of prayer or even the word God. If you've had that experience, would love to hear from you, and please share that in the chat box so your fellow empaths can really see just how prevalent and deep this religious wounding goes. Stacy, yes. Starcy, yep. Andrea, yep. Francis, yep. Right. Religion is so different from what we talk about here in Empath Connection and in the Empath Sanctuary. It's so different. We're talking about the truth of who you are. And the truth is that you are a spiritual being. You're a soul. Part of you exists on the other side right now. And in just a moment, I'm going to hook you up with that part of you, and you're going to have hopefully a clear knowing and an aha moment. That's always the intention. And whether it comes today or whether it comes a week from now, it will come if you stay and do this exercise with me here today on Facebook. Now, you're a holder of light. You're designed by the universe to be a holder of light. You're designed to feel and perceive the energy of other people. Yes, of course it can be challenging. And when you perceive someone that triggers you, that like a narcissist, let's use that as an example. Ask yourself, right now, close your eyes, ask your higher self, show me what you would have me do or not do. Show me what you would have me do or not do. That is an example. That moment, that little moment that you spent in union and communion with your higher self, the part of you that is on the other side, that is always speaking to you. Your job as an empath is to listen. That's what it means to be a light holder, and is to communicate, to ask for guidance like you just did. When you encounter, I'm going to suggest that when you encounter someone that triggers you, you want to, instead of moving away from that person, for most empaths, we move away. Who wants to interact with a narcissist? Well, you can break that chain by simply moving towards them energetically from your light body, not from here, not from the mind, from your light body. Here's what it means to move towards. This is paradoxical. When you feel negative energy or lower vibes, this type of thing, many of us disengage. We run away, we hide, we go to the safety of our house, or we go to the safety of Netflix or Facebook or anything to distract ourselves from the challenge or the pain, right? I'm suggesting that it is much more effective to break the energetic cording that you have between this other person that is you. That narcissist, it's you. What if that were true? That's what can be a little bit controversial and hard sometimes for the mind, for your mind, perhaps. I'm not saying it is, it might be, right? To accept that narcissist is there for a reason. It's you in another body. It's another incarnation of you. It's another version of you. What if that were true? And what if you're asking the universe, spirit, source, God, your higher self, your angels? What if you asking that person, asking the universe to bless them, to help them? What if that would help them and you as well? What if it would help you just as much, if not more, as them? What if that were true? Mary, Paula, welcome. I mentioned that you're a hermit. Warren, severing the ties and cutting the cords. Archangel Michael, that is a great energy to call on to cut the cords. The cords will never be severed. There's an illusion among empaths that you can just take your scissors and just go snip, 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 and you can just somehow cut the cords between you and another person. Not possible. That's a fallacy. And a lot of empaths wonder, like, why aren't my bubble? I know this is true for me. Like I used to do bubble meditations and shielding meditations. Why aren't these shielding meditations working? Like why everyone, Judith Orloff and everyone teaches all of them. They're wonderful. There's a time and a place for shielding meditations, temporarily effective. They're not a long-term strategy. They're just not. And they don't work because you're not designed to live in a bubble. You're not designed by the universe to be shielded through your mind. How you're shielded is through your light body descending down into your energy field. And you carry so much light because you're in constant union and communion with those little moments that we just did a moment ago, where you asked your higher self for guidance. And we're going to do another one in just a moment. So stay tuned. Those types of constant communications back and forth, that charges you. It says, bring on the light. And when you say bring on the light more and more and more and more, when you go into a short meditation, everyone thinks meditation's got to be 30 minutes of Om. No, meditation is that 30 seconds of just quieting your mind and asking your higher self for guidance. We're going to do it in a moment. That is how you charge yourself so much with light that whatever people throw at you, it bounces off of you like a suit of armor. That is the truth. So if you're one of those people that are wondering, why does it hurt? How do I guard myself? How do I block? That's how you do it. You make it your intention to intentionally connect and charge yourself with light. And you don't even have to focus on shielding, protection, blocking. You just don't even have to focus on it once you get to that point. Now, it takes you a while to get there. It takes intention, it takes commitment, it takes refinement, it takes a commitment to you more than anything else, to you and the truest version of you, the real version of you. You have multiple personalities. We all do. I've got cuckoo bananas, that's my higher self, and I've got boss, that's my lower self, the guy that likes to be in charge, that doesn't like, unpredictability, right? You've got the same version of you. And your job is to, Vitrina says, I do a mini meditation of 3 minutes. Yeah, that's your job. What Vitrina just said, that's your job, to do a mini meditation every day. So ask yourself, where have I become complacent? Where have I become complacent in my commitment to getting out in nature and letting it heal me? Because that's a communion with your higher self right there. In nature, why do you think empaths like nature so much? Why do you like nature so much? All sensitive people and empaths love nature. Why? Because nature is where you find and connect most easily to your divine self. It's where you go to quiet this thing right here. And guess what? When you quiet this thing, that's when your real self is exposed and you can feel it. So where have I gotten complacent? That's what you want to ask yourself right now. Where have I gotten complacent? I know for me, I've gotten complacent on my journaling. I used to sit down every day faithfully for like the last year. And because I've been so darn busy with creating these free events for you and doing these Facebook Lives, I've done 11 events this month. And doing videos, and I haven't had time. Well, that's a lie. I have had time. I just have lost my focus. So you may have something similar where you are asking to recommit to something important. Now, we have an Empath Sanctuary starting on November 1st. If you're resonating with this video today, if you're resonating with the materials, with the Monday messages I do, with me, my energy, these events that we're doing, you're very likely thinking about joining the Empath Sanctuary. That decision has likely been made on a soul level. Your job now is to trust that decision. Yes, I want to join. And you've got a lifetime membership. You can join for an amazing price for basically for the rest of your life, to have support, encouragement, and nurturing. And or you can join as a monthly member on December 1st. The lifetime members, if you make that commitment, boy, we're going to amp you up. We're going to supercharge you with light through our events this month in November. I'm working with you exclusively if you make that commitment to be a lifetime member. Okay, now, secret agent that you are, special ops, God's special ops. That's what you are. Carol says, you're answering all my questions. Thank you so much. I feel blessed to have connected. Me as well. Thank you, Carol, for showing up, because every time someone like you, Carol, every time you show up and even sharing what you did, and everyone who shared in the chat box and is sharing their energy right now, we're in a big energetic field and we help each other. This is how we help each other, and by showing up and sharing. And that's what makes the Empath Sanctuary and these types of events so powerful. Okay. We're going to do a meditation now. And this is how we will close today's live stream. It's been a joy. It truly has. I love interacting with you, sharing with you, and it's a blessing. Thank you for showing up. Close your eyes. Thank you to the amazing number of people that are here live today. 62 of you are still here. That's a great sign that this information is resonating. And okay, close your eyes. This is your moment. This is a moment for you and the divine. We say thank you, divine, for being with us today. Roll your shoulders gently back in their sockets. And anything that doesn't serve you, we ask to just let it go, and ask the divine and Mother Earth to take it from your energy field. Wiggle your toes, say hello. And we ask the lower chakras to come online, grounding you for the rest of your day. Become aware of the sounds in the room. Rub your thumb and your index finger together, as I am doing, and isolate the feeling of just the thumb being rubbed. See if you can capture that feeling. Embodiment. Now, ask your guides, your higher self, to be present with you right now, and ask for their guidance, because you're going to ask a question in just a moment. And the question that you will want to ask is a question that you can use every day, multiple times a day. And here's the question that you're going to ask right now, and you can just repeat after me in your own mind. What is important to be brought to my awareness at this moment? What is important to be brought to awareness at this moment? You're receiving the answer. It's coming in ways that your mind doesn't expect. They come as a vague sensation, an image, a thought. Whatever you get, say thank you and ask, show me more. Say thank you to your higher self. Thank you to your earthly self. Give yourself a big hug. Just as I'm doing here, give yourself a big hug. This activates the oxytocin. Say, I love myself. I love me. And I am grateful to be in a human body as an empath. Y'all have a big and incredible life ahead of you. And it's made much, much easier when you connect in this way with your true self. Tonight, empathconnection.com. celebration. And I'm going to type that in the chat box. This is our free event tonight. We're going to take what we did here today deeper and deeper, and you're going to learn how to manifest the things that you are wanting to. Money, right? Everyone wants more of that. Health, good health, physical body, career of your dreams, if you've been wanting to make that leap into something new, and relationships. We're going to talk about it all tonight. Empath Play Shop, as part of the launch of the Empath Sanctuary Community Playground. You're going to get to do breakout rooms with partners that are going to be magical, are going to feel quite magical, be very similar to you. And there's something very intimate and sacred. So we'll see you tonight at the Celebration Play Shop tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the Zoom link is at empathconnection.com/celebration, which I typed into the comments. We'll see you there, everybody. Take care.